Good Monday afternoon, Springfield, Massachusetts. Happy Labor Day. Today is September 6th, 2021. This happens to be episode 148 of 4-3 Sports Talk. Raheem Escalay here. Hope you're having a great day. My God, it's beautiful. And I got some beautiful stuff to eat for you today in this episode. The breakdowns in Western Mass sports of the South Hadley Tigers and the Longmeadow Lancers goes down. Got a couple stories in news that I want to break down to you as well. Baseball scores, we'll do those at the end. And this is episode 148. Hope you're all doing well. Shout out to every single student athlete in Western Massachusetts getting ready to suit up for practice, getting ready to suit up for games this week and next week. Shout out to you guys. You guys are some winners. Go out there, kick ass, have fun, be fair, play a good game, and love it. This is the best time of your life. Don't forget I told you that. Anyway, we're just going to get right into it now. Western Mass Sports. We're going to break down the South Hadley Tigers first. They are the number 2 ranked team in high school football in Western Massachusetts. Behind only the Central Golden Eagles. Now, what is the difference between 1 and 2? The South Hadley Tigers in the shortened season were 4-1. Behind 8-year veteran Scott Taylor at head coach, they returned 20 starters on offense and defense, and that is something for a high school club, especially as good as these guys are. And I broke them down just like I did every school, offense, defense, and then first my general opinion of everything that I've seen on film, that I've read about, and that I've made my own opinion of. So we're going first with the South Hadley Tigers. One of the most complete teams in Western Mass high school football. The Tigers are dangerous. Rawr, no pun intended. I was corny, I'm sorry. Led by my guy, quarterback, defensive back, athlete, Jack Haber. And the man, the myth, the legend, offensive line and defensive line stud, Jake Jackson. That guy is a real mover in the trenches. I've seen him play. He loves it. As soon as that ball snapped, there's this look that goes into this kid's face, and then when he goes and hits you and gets that first pancake, you're done. You're done if you're going against him. Pretty much, he'll win you every time. Their main goal is to wear you down in the trenches and then allow Haber and his offensive weapons to do the work. Expect run-heavy stuff early on, especially being that there is still an open quarterback competition in South Hadley. So it was between 2 juniors, a sophomore, and the good thing about it is whoever does not win the quarterback competition will play elsewhere throughout the team. So depth is another reason why the South Hadley Tigers are winning. Now, let's go with the offensively and let you guys know what I have. Jack Haber is ready to lead his guys to a touchdown on every snap. Whether it's a throw or a run. Most likely it's going to be a run. Though he missed a short season due to a knee injury, he's worked extremely hard in the offseason. He knows when to push himself, he knows when to rest, and he knows when to go hard. And that's one thing I love about Jack Haber. And in this instance, how he recovered his knee injury. It's not like one of those young guys who's just going to go out there and just try to get it right away. I watched him slowly add more weights. I watched as he learned as different techniques were learned for stretching the knee, and he really attacked this injury the right way. And came back right when he wanted to. Came back healthy. And from what I hear, the knee is fine. The knee looks good. When he looks ready to go full speed, like I don't know what else to say. They want to throw the ball a lot, probably more than they have in the last couple of years. but the Lancers are designed on offense as a run heavy group. Returning an entire starting offensive line is something huge, especially in high school football. But for those young men to have that brotherhood, that continuity, that closeness, that alone should average the playmakers like 5 or 6 yards a touch. And most definitely, I think that they're poised to do what they wanted to do back in 2019 when they averaged over 30 points a game. It's just run the ball well. And guys, what happens when you run the ball well? Play action opens up. Stuff down the field opens up because the defensive backs aren't ready for it, especially if you're running it down their throats every single time. Especially look for Jack Haber to hit that play action pass this season. And I hope you do, because teams are going to key on you guys running the ball. At times, you're going to come up against a better defense, a good run defense that's going to put you in your place. So you put a good run defense in their place by killing them with play action. And that's something I expect Jack Haber and the South Hadley Tigers to do. Yeah, just sit there and think about that for a second. 30 points a game in high school football, and a team that mainly runs it. Could you imagine how frustrating that must be? To be a high school defensive lineman, and you're getting pounded and pounded and pounded every single carry. I don't know if I could do that, because that wears on you mentally too. Now, defensively, I think they are still the shit. Great team fundamentals, great run game, and a stifling and stingy defense wins championships. Prior to this, we need to learn from our mistakes. Northbridge is our mistake here. A high school out of Eastern Mass thrashed the Tigers 40-13. Ouch. It's ouch, but honestly, this was the only double-digit loss this team suffered during the extended season. This group has since regained their swag, and being that it was a bad game and not bad patterns, little had to change. A few adjustments had to be made, but all in all, South Hadley is one of the best teams in Western Massachusetts high school football, and they are one of the handful in which I think could take that #1 spot from Central. This year they're better, they're faster, they're stronger, they're going to play harder, and they bring back 20 starters on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. That in itself, I think, says something. You need to watch these Tigers, and I really, really am looking forward to what they're going to do this season. Shout-outs to my guy, Jack Haber. Shout-outs to my other guy, Jake Jackson. South Hadley Tigers, watch out for them. They're serious. I have them ranked as a #2 high school in Western Mass, and honestly, they're probably top 10 in the state. Moving on to another high school football program who is as well accomplished. A lot of winning history, a lot of rich history here. The #4 ranked Long Meadow Lancers. Last year, the Lancers were 4-2 in the shortened season under interim head coach Tanner Williams, who's now the main guy. Full-time head coach. During the offseason, he was able to gather his staff. And I think another thing that's very remarkable is the schemes and the plays. Playbook didn't do much of changing. They just had a great group of young athletes who they were able to plug in here and do this and continue to have Long Meadow being a top program. You would think that they'd miss a beat with, you know, the communication or just simple things lacking with the transition between coaches, but they never skipped a beat, honestly. Long Meadow Lancers ranked 4th in the power rankings, the high school football power rankings. The most experienced, battle-tested football team in the 413. What? Yeah. The most experienced, battle-tested football team in the 413. Almost expert play on both the defensive line and offensive line. Often leaves the opportunity for big plays consistently on both sides of the football. Offensively, the entire line returns, just as I had explained about the South Hadley Tigers. The entire offensive line returns this season. Head coach Tanner Williams is now hired on. He's got everything together, and this is what I see of them so far. Here we go. Offensively, this team has everything but a starting quarterback. What? They do not have a starting quarterback. Yes, they don't. South Hadley has a starting quarterback. That's Jack Haber. But the Long Meadow Lancers have yet to have a starting quarterback. No matter who the guy under center is, though, this team is built like a fortress, starting with a high-functioning offensive line who returned everyone this year, juniors and seniors. So next season, some guys are going to go, and Coach Williams is going to be tasked with the responsibility of bringing in some great protection, which I'm very confident in his ability to do that. I'm confident a lot more with Coach Williams as well. I honestly think these boys could bring him a chip soon. As I said, the entire offensive line returns, and Coach Williams has his work cut out for him. Offensively, this team has everything but the starting quarterback. No matter who the guy is under center, they're built great, starting with the high offensive line. Playmakers like my boy, my favorite player on this team, Wyatt Tellickson, the Sizzler brothers, Greg and Luke, and also I've been told that these two, that Greg and Luke, are like fucking lacrosse gods, honestly. Shout out to you boys. I look forward to seeing you guys playing on that team. Not only do Greg and Luke play wide out, but they also play in the secondary as well. And having that on defense, the players both on offense and defense, that's very advantageous. It's easy coaching, and just more opportunities for big plays. Honestly, and I love it. And seriously, you need to watch this kid and what he can do. Wyatt Tellickson, I'm a huge fan. I love his footwork and the fact that he does not lose speed in between cuts. That's something you can't teach, honestly. So no matter what or who they plug in at quarterback, Long Meadow's going to be okay offensively because the playmakers, their experience they've had, the offensive line, they're really going to make whoever they plug on the center look good. I think I'm actually getting ready to hop on an Uber and go to the Long Meadow practice right now and maybe try out, see if I still got it. Here we go now, talking about these Long Meadow Lancers on the defensive side of the ball. These guys are running my favorite scheme. From what I saw, it was a base 4-3. Sometimes he also will go big, a 4-4, or a 4-2-5. 4-2-5s usually defend the pass, but I like the 4-4. I like 4 defensive linemen, and he's keeping that linebacker group together by doing that. Whether it's 3-4, 4-4, 4-5-2, however they decide to line up, those boys are playing together, and they're communicating, and they're noticing things on the football field. And as stuff like that progresses, as these boys practice more together, as these boys battle more together, as they win more together, as they lose, as some of their classmates get hurt, they realize and they grow through this game, and that's what makes the defense tough, especially in the late goings of a football season, and how these Long Meadow Lancers have aspirations to win a chip sooner rather than later. Honestly, I think they can do it. They are going to live and die on the fact of their quarterback, the quarterback's experience, and just gelling with the team altogether. I say this because as you know, I played, and I've been through the growing pains of learning an offense, lining up correctly, remembering the plays, and conditioning and stuff like that. I've been through the mill as far as that's concerned. So I could imagine how it is for any guy just to come in, step in, and play quarterback. Thankfully for this Longmeadow Lancers team. They have an all-star team all around. Support everywhere. So whoever the quarterback is, they're going to learn. I hope they're a quick learner. Because if so, I believe they'll be playing at a very high level in a season or two. Maybe even in a couple of games. So, even though the quarterback is a question mark, I predict that the Longmeadow Lancers will finish with a 7-1 record. And not for nothing, this team is one of the best in the state. Actually, I added a little footnote. I found that they are 37th in the state of Massachusetts. So there was your Western Mass Sports for 413 Sports Talk. Wow, that was pretty good, man. I look forward to seeing both those teams play. Let's go with scores from baseball last night just to close this out here. Baltimore 8, Yanks 7, haha. Mets 13, Nats 6. Cleveland 11, Boston 5. Twins 6, Tampa Bay 5. Philly 4, Miami 3. That was in 10 innings. Winner steak dinner, by the way. Royals 6, White Sox 0. Milwaukee 6, St. Louis 5. Cubs 11, Pittsburgh 8. Atlanta Braves 9, Colorado Rockies 2. Texas 7, Los Angeles Angels 3. Dodgers 4, Stros 3. And in 11 innings, the Mariners beat Arizona 10-4. So that happened to be episode 148 of 413 Sports Talk. I'm Raheem Escalay. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much. Please do not forget we're on YouTube with 33 subscribers now. Like, share, comment, and message, anything. We're on Facebook. Tell everybody 413 Sports Talk is trying to take over. And we're putting all these student athletes and their families in the spotlight so you can go to a great school and get some of these huge contracts like the LeBron Jameses and the Anthony Davises of the world. Shout out to my Lakers. What do I have? Nothing really big for news. Minnesota Star running back Mohamed Ibrahim is out for the year, hurt his leg. He's projected to be a top 10 pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, but not now. Also, the Michigan Wolverines wideout Ronnie Bell. I assume just like Ibrahim is going to come back for another year to try to build on his draft stock. There we go. Episode 148 of 413 Sports Talk. So please do not forget to subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. I'm in beautiful downtown Springfield in Monarch Place. Time to go get some food and enjoy my day. Hope you enjoy your day as well. I love you all. Wish you nothing but health, wealth, and success. Shout out to everybody in the 413. I love you. This is a beautiful city. Y'all even more beautiful people. And we'll see you tomorrow. Episode 149. Holla. That was corny, but the end was corny, but have a good day.